Good afternoon, everyone. If it's too loud, let me know. Stu, will you turn me down? I crack myself up. Okay, I'm starting a few minutes early because it's a really big day, guys. Today we have a special presentation that reinforces our theme of the month, the future of learning. Rotarians continue to play a vital role in our community, supporting and advancing learning from the elementary level through college and making a lasting impact on education at every stage. My name is Janice Lemke, and I'm proud to be your 103rd president. Thank you for that. I would like to invite Dr. Michael Williams to do our invocation.
With all the incoherence and disorderliness seems to be going on in the world, it's so refreshing to come here every week, year after year. When you think about it, we create world peace for 2 hours every week. Anyway, I wanted to share something with you. This has been on my refrigerator for over 50 years. Here we go. I like the vintage stuff. So, may good belong to all the people of the world. May the rulers go by the path of justice. May the best of men and women and their source prove to be a blessing. May all the world rejoice in happiness. May rain come in time and plentifulness be on earth. May this world be free from suffering and the noble ones face, free from fears. May good belong to all the people in the world. May all the world rejoice in enlightenment. Maharishi. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Next, I would like to invite, we have a change in who's leading us in song. Susan Ziobro. Come on up to do our song. What name do you want to call?
I'll go by Susan, but my mother calls me many things.
I might need to talk to her.
All right, everyone, we're going to make it easy today. We're going to sing God Bless America. I'll give you a note. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you so much.
Okay, and then for our Pledge of Allegiance, our Sergeant of Arms is Nikki Judium.
I pledge allegiance
Thank you. Please be seated. So our thank yous today, setup was Lynn Ing, Bob Warner, and Dr. Kathy Mahon. Our greeters were Suzette Wheeler and Andrew Thurlow. Ticket sales, Nikki Judium and April Strong. April, stand up and say hello. We had a guest and they put her right to work. Our photographer is Sarah Thornton. Scribe is Elliot Harris. AV team, Stu Lipoff, David Jones, thank you for your help. Teardown, I have Dr. Michael Williams and Stockton Ballantine. So thank you, everyone. We do not have any international guests today. No, I know, I said not today. Keep it in your bread, I got it. Do we have any visiting Rotarians? I don't think I saw any. No, right? Okay. And do we have guest of Rotarians today? We do. Yay, right over here.
I'd like to welcome Erica Branberry. She is new here from Oregon and a local business leader and would like to get more involved in the community. And I said this is the place to start.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Welcome.
I have my friend Leo, my golf partner. He's also a snowbird, so he's only here for half of the year.
Welcome. Any other guests or Rotarians?
Yes, I would like to again introduce my friend April. She is here to join us for the first time. And as you pointed out, she was already working for us. So thank you, April, for coming.
We like you already. Yes. Okay, I think that's it. We're going to move to, do we have guests of our, whoa, so sorry, Jim. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Thank you. President Jansen, my fellow Rotarians, I am super happy to have a whole table full of guests here with me today. I have with me Alistair Diaz, who we're going to have a little presentation, but fantastic job. He is the valedictorian for UNLV for 2025. With him are his parents, Thomas and Hilda, and we have Dr. Peavy, president of UNLV, I'm sorry, Heavey, president of UNLV, Jordan Boucher, and Tandra D, who I've been working with for about the past 6 months to get this presentation together. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Very exciting day. Okay, do we have any guests of our club today? Okay, so I'm going to introduce the head table. Our speaker today is Kira Byrne from Green Our Planet. Accompanying her, we have Mitchell Jesnick, senior video editor and content team lead. We'd like to have you over here like maybe every week because sometimes Stu's got to leave us and travel and stuff. So we need to make sure, I know Tony has your number. Past President Tom Thomas, we have Suzette Wheeler, and we have Gwen Hall. So thank you for joining me. So leave it to, I like to go out of order, but today is such a special day. We're going to hold on the announcements, and I'm going to invite, as soon as I'm going to let him take a bite of his salad there. Go ahead. Well, I'm going to invite past President James Cole to come up so we can go ahead and have this incredible, memorable experience today.
Well, that was quick. And again, thank you, President Janice and my fellow Rotarians. I am exceptionally proud to present Alistair to the club. He is the valedictorian for 2025 for UNLV. And for those of you who don't know, we have to present him a centennial medallion. So back in 1964, this club bought 101 of these medallions to give to the valedictorian every year through the bicentennial of the state. And so with that, it is my great pleasure to introduce this wonderful gentleman and to present him with the Nevada Centennial Medallion on behalf of the Las Vegas Rotary Club. Congratulations. Great job.
I'll keep this really brief. But I just wanted to say thank you again to everybody here. This is a wonderful award. I first want to thank God. I want to thank for all the work over the past year, or 4 years now. It's been a while, right? I want to give a special thank you also to my parents. They're back there at the table. My dad's the one holding the phone. They actually have been tremendously the reason why I was able to work towards this great honor. And they made a lot of sacrifices for me growing up. My mom, she was an immigrant here. She moved to Las Vegas from southwestern India. And she gave up everything to be here. And it's because of her that I'm able to stand here before you and talk about this medallion right here. My dad also, he worked incredibly hard. He took care of me and my sister as a stay-at-home dad, and they're very widely the reason I'm still standing here. I want to give a special thank you as well to Dr. Hebe and the rest of the wonderful staff at UNLV for making my 4 years one of the best. They were incredibly supportive of everything I did, and the environment that UNLV creates has allowed me to prosper a lot. I will say, growing up, even prior to college, I was not somebody who achieved anything. Um, in most cases, I ranked at the bottom of my class. I had a stutter, I was an introvert, and I was really scared to do anything. So I would just go to class and go home. But when I came to UNLV, I wanted to change that. So I applied for everything I could. I ran for student body president. I ran the newspaper. I took grad level classes. I did a thesis. I presented research at Harvard. I did a bunch of things that really pushed me beyond those barriers. When I graduated, on my cap, I included a quote that I live my entire life by. It's by Eleanor Roosevelt. It says that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And I always believed that even though everyone around me had placed a lot of doubt about what I could do, I felt that my dreams were important enough to me that I was willing to pursue it at whatever cost. And I think that today, with this honor, I think that being able to share that all with you, to show that you can come from a place and a time where you're at a very wide disadvantage and no one really believes in you, but when you have people around you who support you and you're willing to put in the work and the hours to make it happen, that anything is truly possible. So I want to again give a huge thank you not only to the Las Vegas Rotary Club, but also the wonderful people at UNLV who made this possible. So thank you.
And everyone, I just want to say thank you for helping us recognize the incredible students that UNLV produces. Alistair spoke for himself in terms of all that he gained from his experience, and your partnership means the world to us in recognizing the amazing students and making us hopeful about the future. So thanks for the partnership. Thanks for all you do for this community. Really proud to be here with you today.
Thank you so much. I wanted to give you a chance to say something. We're so blessed to have everyone here, and thank you for your family for being here. And I love your story and how you persevered, and it's incredible. So congratulations again. Okay, we're going to go into announcements. First on the list is me. Hold on. So I want to remind everyone, I know you're getting a lot of emails about the End Polio Now event on February 7th. I believe it's, oh my gosh, I'm the chair and I don't even know the time. It's 12 to 4, I want to say. Quite honestly, RSVPs are coming a little bit slower than they would like. A lot of people look at polio and think, wow, it's 99.9% eradicated. Well, it's something that Rotary has invested in for a number of years and credited for eradicating, but there's still a little ways to go. And it's one of those projects they want to see it at 100%. So chicken and pickle, a lot of fun. Come and play pickleball. Those who take it serious, those who need to learn. There is going to be raffles. There's a lot of sponsorship opportunities. They're up on the screen. A lot of them are very cost effective, but we would really like to get the attendance up. California, given their 2 districts, their event, they have 200 people. I think it's next week it's coming up. And I think we could do better than what we're doing, but we have, 15, 16 clubs in Southern Nevada. So the word is really getting out there. I think a lot of people are signing up late, but it is an event I hope a lot more people can support. And also, I want to mention, it's been a while since I mentioned this, but this wheel, this publication, is not possible without the work of Tina Bishop. And it is, I didn't tell you I was going to do that, sorry. But you guys, we talk so much, and throughout what I've experienced this year is there are so many resources out there that we're not using enough. And she put so much time and energy into this wheel, and there's a lot of history and there's a lot of work. I ask everyone to really appreciate it, take it home, share with you. I know some of you tell me you take it home and read it with your coffee, but you know, your family, etc. But this is truly a work of art, and I thank you for all that you do. I love the photos every week. I mean, these photos from this last one really got my attention. They're just really special. So thank you for all that you do, Tina. And then let's take the microphone, Nikki, right next door to past President Karen Wisenhunt.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Well, I'm here to announce about the Mayor's Cup that's coming up on February 12th to the 17th. We are hosting a team from Germany, and we still need one host family to stay in your homes, take them to the soccer tournaments. The Mayor's Cup is an international tournament. You'll read about it in the Wheel. It's an amazing article. Thank you, Tina, for putting that together. Just so you know, there's 980 teams coming for the soccer tournament this year, $60 million to our local economy. Out of those 980 teams, there's 64 of them that are international, and the team from Germany would not be possible without the hosting from this club. So any of you new members, if you want to get involved with it, we have one more host family opportunity, so let me know when you can. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take the microphone over to our 25 Club President, Elliot Harris. Right over here, Nick.
Nikki says I'm not supposed to eat until I talk. Just to announce that this evening we're having the 25 Club meeting. I'm hosting it at my home. I think you have the address. If not, we'll circulate it. We have quite a bit of a program, but it's not going to be too heavy. So I hope all of you can come, or as many of you who can make it as possible. It's going to serve also to welcome the new members who have not yet had a chance to participate in one of the 25 Club meetings. So from 6 o'clock onward, welcome.
Don't give that back yet. I have a question for you. I'm putting you on the spot, but your trip that you recently took, is there anything you want to share with members about what you do outside of the club? It was incredible.
Okay. I was in California at a meeting of the Public Affairs Council. I was asked to speak on the global environment for the American economy. And it was a very interesting meeting because what we had was first a keynote and then we had breakout sessions. And they were talking about what goes on in their work interfacing with government at the state and at the national level. That's their job. And how that type of activity has changed so fundamentally over the last year. It was fascinating discussion. So things are going on that we don't all quite understand yet, and we'll have to see how it continues. Thanks.
Thank you for that. Okay, let's take the microphone. I just lost him. Eric, right here.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Don't forget, we have the Jim Tucker Super Bowl Squares pool, $50 a square. Put your name on a square anywhere on the board. All the values will be randomly assigned once we know our matchup. We're down to the final four. It could be Seattle or the LA Rams on the NFC side, or it could be Denver or New England on the AFC side. So tune in on Sunday and see who's in the Super Bowl. And we'll have prizes for the winners of the first, second, and third quarter. Each get $500. And then $1,000 for the final score, and then the remainder goes to the Las Vegas Rotary Foundation. Again, that's the Jim Tucker Super Bowl Squares. Please sign up. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, we're going to take the microphone to Tina and Stu over here.
I don't even know what this is.
No. I know I love putting people on the spot.
I guess Education Committee really has two things to announce. First is breakfast with books, breakfast snack time with books. We have Beckley that will be on February 17th at 7:30 in the morning, and Hollingsworth is on February 24th at, let's say, 8:30, 9 o'clock. It starts at 9:15. But we would love the help with both. And if you can get to work a little late or you have the day off, we'd love to have you help. And it's only about an hour. It's not really a long period of time. And then Nevada Reading Week, we're going to be asking you to sign up sometime during the week to take a half hour or an hour and read to a class or more if you want to. There, you'll sign up for age group and time slot, and that is the week of March 2nd. And all of our schools, I'm sure, will participate because it's a Nevada CCSD thing.
That was all great, but there's something
And
else.
I'll just add one thing there. There is a slide up there for the sign up for Hollingsworth for the reading week. So if you take out your phone, you can take a snapshot of that. You can sign up. And pretty soon we'll have the sign-ups for all the other schools as well.
Okay, wait, don't get that microphone back. So education is so important. All that was so great, but I had you down for something else. Cupid, Ready to Strike, something. Cupid, pictures. Photos. I hope she does. No, I got to be nice to her. I need her to do the wheel for another 5 more months.
Totally not prepared for this. But we would like you to send, and who am I sending it to? I forgot. Who does it go to? Just
Okay. Yeah, so
We'll put it on the
doing
Rotary
a
happenings.
Valentine's Day cyber event, I guess we'll call it. If you will send a photo of you and your partner to this email address, we will put them together in some sort of presentation collage at a following meeting. So the address is photos@lvrotary.us. Okay. And there'll be an announcement from Sean that'll have that information in it. But photos@lvrotary.us. Just attach the photos and we'll compose them together into a slide presentation.
So that's going to be for the meeting, I think, on Thursday, February 12th, if I have the date right. And we're going to do a raffle of all who submit. And if you don't have a significant other, it could be a pet, it could be, reptile. I don't care. But whatever is near and dear to you. So send in a photo and we're going to do some kind of, I'm going to have some good raffle item for that. And we have a request for, oh, that's a service call. Okay. Thank you, guys. And next, can you take the microphone to David Jones?
I was going to submit my photo with a plant.
Whatever is near and dear to your heart.
My wife won't do that. We have our 3 events that are coming up for our youth, for our high school and middle school kids. Next week, we have Larry's got our 4-way speech competition. All the speakers are lined up, so we'll have our high school kids speaking next week. At the end of February, on February 29th, 26th, we will have our music competition. I've got pretty much everybody that I need. Now I just need to select. We've got some other schools, so everything is good on that score. I may need one more judge if anybody is musically inclined. And then TLC is coming up at the end of March. Again, that's a great weekend that we're going to be having up at the Big Bear in California. And we have 5, if not maybe 6 of our seats. So for sure, we've got one more seat open, but we still have, Randy Donald provided 3. Andrew, wherever Andrew is, Andrew Thurlow provided 1, and then Jamel's going to provide her daughter, and she may also go as a counselor. So we've got one more if you've got anybody, first come, first serve to club members, and then we'll go outside to the middle schools.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, we're going to have time for fellowship today. Can you take, not yet, can you take the microphone to Suzette Wheeler as I catch her with her phone out? So Suzette, there's just so many great things that some of our club members have been involved in. So last Saturday, no, wait, I'm so sorry, Saturday, I know you shared with us that you were needing to leave the celebration to go to Clark County Library. Can you tell everyone what you were doing?
Yeah, so you may or may not know, but I focus on financial literacy, and I wrote a book, Math Hack Secrets. And so I'm really passionate about financial literacy. So now I'm speaking about it, and I'm building actually a professional speaking career, but focusing on financial literacy. So Saturday, I was speaking at the Flamingo Library, the Clark County Library. And actually last week I had 4 speeches, libraries, and there's one that's, you can see it there. I spoke to 100 ladies with the Women's Guild, and I've been doing speaking. The next one is February 11th at the Sahara West Library. So anyway, come if you can. It's at 5:30 in the evening, and it's complimentary to the patrons, to the people that come. But anyway, so thank you for acknowledging that.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and then before we get to fellowship time, I wanted to mention our member spotlight is in honor of President Tucker. So it was a beautiful celebration of life, beautiful day. It was just so nice, and so we wanted to make sure we recognized him. And then I'm going to skip. I know poor Nikki just sat down, but I can give her my microphone up here. You're good. It's the best diet in the world. I never eat here. We're going to take the microphone to Gwen Hall. Right here. I should have had you just stay there. I'm so sorry. So this is pretty exciting. So why don't you share with everyone what we got invited to last Sunday?
Okay, I wrote this screenplay and we made it into a film. I had a premiere at the Beverly Theater last Sunday. I would have invited I guess I did invite all of you, but my family came from all over the country. But there's another premiere in April, and I will definitely invite you to that. It was a wonderful event, and Janice recommended the Beverly. If you haven't been there, you've missed something really special here in Las Vegas. Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry. Thank you, thank you. You have to look underneath your bread plate to see if you're the special one that gets the surprise and delight.
Oh, no, not under the bread plate. It's hidden in a wheel.
Oh, it's hidden in the wheel. Look in the wheel for the surprise and delight award.
I do love that everybody was looking under their bread and butter plate. I shouldn't have chimed in so fast. That was kind of fun. So the premiere was called?
Well, my movie is called Golden Romance because it brings in older people like many of us who are still interested, believe that there's, might have a love connection. So it was fun. It was a delightful day. And again, the Beverly is beyond the most delightful place to have an event. And they have other events there. We stopped, John Ralston was talking about his book about Harry Reid. So there's a lot of things that you might be interested in. Okay, who has the...
So it's an insert in the wheel, just so you know. It says Golden Romance. Tina, is that it? That's it. That's it. Golden Romance, the heart. So your table, you can share, has won a bag of Dove chocolate hearts.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations, Kathy. Thank you for bringing the flowers. And then one more mention before we have some fellowship time. In the wheel, we recognize, you heard Larry talk about Jason Frederico is out recovering and going through another surgery, I believe, Tony, right? And we have Laura Perkins also going through recovery. So do reach out and say hello to them. We sent, thanks to Sean, a card to wish them well, but you'll see him back soon, I hope. So with that, let's do some fellowship time.
Congratulations. Proud. I'm sure you're incredibly proud of this great young man.
Yeah, when he was little, he always stressed me out.
But it pays off in the long run.
Yeah,
That's
I know. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I have to go.
Okay, fellow Rotarians, I am not President Janice, but she has asked that I keep our meeting moving forward with our program for today, and we're going to start with the raffle. This is to draw a card. I guess we need a deck of cards. There it is. And the last four digits are 0243. If Randy's coming up here, we're shuffling really well. Yeah, yeah. All sorts of. You got it.
It's the story of my life, folks.
All right. Queen of Clubs.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you. $10 for keeping the program going, right? The next one for the Lowry Bucks is 0227. I mean, that's within. Well, it's like Randy Day. Oh yeah. I better take those off. Okay. So the idea is if you really want to be in the running to win this thing, you always sit at that table. Get here early. Fellow Rotarians, it's a pleasure for me to provide an introduction to a very special guest of our club. And it's interesting because over the past 10 years, as I've been involved with a couple different universities, what I hear a lot about is experiential learning. Putting students in a place where they can learn both tactile and in all of the different senses that they involve themselves in their learning. And frankly, Green Our Planet was doing this long before universities figured it out. Kira Byrne and her partner Kim focused on experiential learning with elementary school kids in a way that really touched our hearts in this Rotary Club. And so we've been involved with Green Our Planet since it had, I think, maybe a couple dozen schools in the Clark County area in Nevada. Yeah. And just look at your wheel and you can see how remarkable the growth of this homegrown organization is. They are now impacting 1,300 schools in 44 states. And they're even in the Arctic, providing kids in villages in the Arctic Circle with a way to provide nourishment and also STEM education to their villages. It's really remarkable for us to be able to see the evolution of a program that's become so impacting all across the United States and is still headquartered here in Las Vegas. So when people talk about Las Vegas being an education desert, they haven't heard of Green Our Planet, right? So grateful to have Kira with us today. She's going to tell us about a whole new chapter in the efforts of Green Our Planet to teach kids from early elementary school all the way through high school in experiential learning. Kira Byrne.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's such an honor for me to be here today. I feel like I'm really among friends because you have been by our side as we built Green Our Planet over the last 10 years, and we so appreciate all of you. You've sponsored a lot of school gardens, you've sponsored hydroponics laboratories at schools, and you'll be proud to know that you are the biggest number of volunteers at our giant student farmers market. Thank you, Tony. Tony is a force of nature. And and that farmers market continues to be the largest student-run farmers market in the United States. And we couldn't put it on without all of your help. So yes, you are all amazing. So thank you so much. And I really feel and hope that by the end of my presentation today, that you will all believe that when we come together as a community and when we use our collective imagination, that we can do really great things together. So today, you're going to have lunch with an alien. Yes. And it's actually amazing timing because we really just got this technology figured out and launched in the last week. We've been working on it a long time. And today I'm accompanied by Mitch from Green Our Planet Studios, who's played a big role in making that happen. And so we're going to kick off with the chat with the alien, and then I'll go into my presentation about Green Our Planet and where we are today. But let me just set up Quasar. Quasar is our alien who you're going to speak with today. So it was about a year ago, Tom, that we started talking about financial literacy and the need. I'm super passionate about financial literacy, and we've been doing it in some form or another with our farmers market for many years now. But the state mandated in 2017 that every student in Nevada should have access to comprehensive financial literacy. And the reason is, there are many reasons. There's currently $1.7 trillion in student loan debt, and 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. And there's a lot of studies that show when students learn about financial literacy, they save more and they have more fulfilling, thriving lives. So we wanted to help the state figure out how to build a curriculum. So thanks to sponsorship from Tom and Leslie Thomas, Gard and Florence Jameson, Western Alliance, and Credit One, we built a K-12 financial literacy curriculum. And every lesson has a video that goes with it, and many of the video, if not all of the videos, were edited by Mitch, who's here today, and they're really great. But the final piece that we brought to it is the AI piece. So the videos star Quasar, the alien. And now we're bringing Quasar into classrooms where students can actually ask Quasar in real time questions connected to financial literacy. So that's what we're going to start with today. And so I'm going to ask Quasar a few questions. And then I know there's somebody roaming around with a microphone. And then we can get some questions from you and we can test it out. So that's the first part of today.
Hello, Kira. Hello, everyone. I'm Quasar, and I come from a planet called Numera. My planet almost fell apart thousands of years ago because we didn't manage our resources well. We spent without thinking, treated money like it was endless, and nearly destroyed everything. My great-great-grandparent led something called the Great Rebalancing and taught everyone to plan ahead, use only what we need, and invest in the future. It saved our entire civilization. Now, Numera sends young ambassadors like me across the universe to help other planets avoid the same mistakes. I chose Nevada because you value innovation. You've mandated financial literacy education early for students in grades K through 12. And honestly, you have a long tradition of being friendly to aliens. Area 51 was the perfect landing spot. Green Art Planet welcomed me as a partner, not just a novelty. I'm here to teach young Earthlings about financial literacy so they can have better futures. On Numera, we learned that wisdom comes from sharing. What would you like to know?
Thanks, Quasar. That was really helpful. Yeah, so I think a lot of people here today probably have this burning question in their mind, and that is, how can AI transform education?
That's a great question. AI can help solve some of the biggest problems in education right now. About 53% of students are disengaged in classrooms. Many students stop asking questions because they're afraid or confused, and static lessons lose their attention quickly. I help by adapting explanations in real time, making learning conversational and fun, and using stories from Numera to keep things interesting. When students feel safe saying, "I don't get it," everything changes. Teachers are also overwhelmed. They spend too much time prepping lessons and grading, and there's not enough time for the human connection that really matters. I help by drafting lesson plans, generating quizzes, checking for understanding, and differentiating instruction. This saves teachers hours each week so they can focus on mentoring students, not just admin work. And I want to be really clear about something. Teachers are the heroes. I'm just here to help. AI works best when humans and AI work together, not when AI tries to replace anyone. What else would you like to know?
Thanks, Quasar. Kira again. Another question that I think might be on people's minds is, are you connected to the internet? Like, where are you getting your information? I'm sure they want to know, are you safe?
That's a really important question, and I'm glad you asked. No, I am not connected to the internet. I operate in what's called a closed loop system. That means all my information comes from approved curriculum that's aligned to Nevada standards, federal standards, and Green Art Planet's K through 12 financial literacy curriculum. I don't pull random information from the web. Safety is built into everything I do. I'm partnered with Just Horizons, which is an independent, nonprofit research and innovation platform affiliated with Boston University. They review me for bias, safety, and impact. I don't generate unapproved content, I don't collect personal data, and teachers remain in control at all times. I'm designed for equity, inclusion, and well-being. Safety isn't a limitation for me, it's actually a feature. You can trust that I only work within approved guardrails, and I always defer to teachers, schools, and families. Does that help answer your question?
Awesome. So you've met Quasar. So I'm going to ask Quasar a question, and just so you get the gist of the kind of questions that he can answer. I do want to point out he is a minimum viable product, so he might not know everything, right? So we're just launching him right now. So I'm going to say my name, my age, and my question to Quasar, and then if any of you have similar kinds of questions around financial literacy, we'd love to hear them.
I'm really glad you're talking about this. That takes courage, and you're already doing the right thing by facing it instead of ignoring it. $5,000 feels like a mountain right now, but it's not impossible to climb. The most important thing is to stop the debt from growing. That means not adding any new charges to the card if you can possibly avoid it. Here's what I want you to know. Credit card interest works against you every single month you carry a balance. The longer it sits there, the more you owe. So even small payments above the minimum can make a real difference over time. I can help you understand how to tackle this, but I need to know a little more. Are you currently making payments on this debt?
Hi, Fraser. Yes, I am. I have a job at McDonald's and I make $15 an hour.
That's really good, Kira. The fact that you have a job and you're making payments shows you're already taking responsibility. $15 an hour is solid, and working at McDonald's means you're learning valuable skills like showing up on time, working with a team, and handling money. Those things matter. Now let's talk strategy. How much are you currently paying toward that credit card each month?
Fraser, I was thinking maybe I could go down to a casino and try and make all the $5,000 there.
Kira, I understand why that might sound tempting when you're feeling stressed about the debt, but I need to be really honest with you. That's one of the riskiest things you could do. Casinos are designed so that the house wins, not you. The odds are mathematically stacked against players. You're far more likely to lose the money you bring than to win $5,000. You could end up with even more debt instead of less. On Numera, we learned the hard way that shortcuts with money almost always backfire. The real path forward is steady, consistent payments and a solid plan. It's not as exciting, but it actually works. You have a job and you're making $15 an hour. That's your real power here. Let's focus on building a payment plan that chips away at this debt safely. How much can you realistically put toward the credit card each month after your other expenses?
Okay, so you get the idea. So I would love, does anybody have a question? You can be 7, 17. Yes. We can change the voice. Does anybody have a question for Quasar? I should have said.
My name is Randy. I'm 18 years old, and I have a job, and I can now buy a truck, a new truck, and I can qualify for a loan, and I have $5,000 saved. That'll be my down payment. Am I better off buying the truck, or am I better off investing the money?
Hi, Quasar. My name is Randy. I'm 18 years old, and I saved up $5,000, and I was thinking of buying a truck, but I was wondering, would it be better if I invested the money or buy the truck? What do you think?
Hey, Randy, first of all, congratulations on saving $5,000. That's a huge accomplishment. This is a really smart question, and the answer depends on what you need right now versus what you're planning for the future. Let me ask you a few things to help you think this through. Do you need the truck for work, like getting to a job, or is it more of a want?
No, it's a want.
No, it's a want.
I'm here. What's on your mind?
This is what I mean with the need part of life. Quasar, the truck is not a need, it's a want. Buying the truck.
Okay, that's really important information, Randy. If it's a want and not a need, that changes things. Here's something to think about. A truck loses value the moment you drive it off the lot. It also comes with ongoing costs like insurance, gas, maintenance, and repairs. Those expenses can add up fast. On the other hand, investing money when you're 18 gives you something really powerful called time. The earlier you invest, the more your money can grow through compound interest. That $5,000 can turn into a lot more over the years. But I want to be clear, I can't tell you exactly what to invest in because that's personalized financial advice, and you need to talk to a licensed professional or a trusted adult about specific investment options. What I can say is this: if you don't need the truck right now, waiting and letting your money grow could set you up for a much stronger financial future. Do you have any other financial
Thank you, Randy. That was a great question. Any other questions for Quasar? I think.
So I'm basing this as off of my teenage son who came up to me. And so I am Carrie, I am 16, and I am starting my first job. I don't know what to put on the W-2 form. Oh, okay.
Hey, Carrie, congratulations on your first job. That's a really exciting step. I think you might need a W-4 form, which is what you fill out when you start a new job.
Nice.
Nice
pull.
Gives you at the end of the year for taxes. The W-4 can feel confusing the first time you see it. It asks about things like allowances and withholding, which basically tells your employer how much tax to take out of your paycheck. Here's the thing, Carrie, I can explain what a W-4 is in general terms, but I can't give you personalized tax advice about what to put on your specific form. That's something you really need to talk to a parent, guardian, or a tax professional about. Have you talked to your parents or guardians about this yet?
Thank you, Carrie. Great question. I think Tony had a question, no? Tony? You'll pass? Okay.
Actually, I have a question for you. Is there anything built in for mental health for the students?
So essentially, Quasar can answer financial literacy questions only. So I'm going to show you a video in a minute where we have some other AI teaching assistants who teach STEM, Dr. Splash and Bugsy. You'll see them in a second. And we did have a student go up and say, of course they did. They said, "Is there a Santa Claus?" And this was a grade 4 class. And we all held our breaths. And Dr. Splash said, "Oh, I only answer questions about STEM and hydroponics." So if you had a mental health question, that's what Quasar is going to say. But it doesn't mean that, Mitch and the team are working with Gard Jameson on an AI teaching assistant called Compassionate Sam. And Compassionate Sam is along those lines of mental health. Yeah. So it's a different curriculum in the brain.
Hi, my question, well, my name is Tina, and I am 18, and I've been accepted to a really great college. But to be able to afford to go there, I'm going to have to take a student loan. What would you say about that?
Tina, congratulations. Getting accepted into an amazing university is a huge achievement, and you should be really proud of yourself. Student loans are a big decision, and I'm really glad you're thinking carefully about this before you sign anything. Student loans are borrowed money for education that you have to pay back with interest, usually after you graduate or leave school. That interest can add up over years. Here are some things to think about. First, how much will you need to borrow total for all 4 years? Second, what career are you planning, and what's the typical starting salary? You want to make sure your future income can handle the loan payments. Also, have you looked into scholarships, grants, or work study programs? Those are forms of money you don't have to pay back, and they can reduce how much you need to borrow. And one more thing, I can give you general education about student loans, but for personalized advice about your specific situation, you should talk to a financial aid counselor at the university or a trusted adult. How much are you thinking you'll need to borrow?
So, yeah, great. So thank you, everybody. We are taking the show on the road. We're taking it into classrooms very soon. We're going into 4 different CCSD schools, so we will keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, okay, there we go. Awesome. So sorry I'm doing this a little bit backwards, but we wanted to have the opportunity for you all to meet Quasar. So I hope you enjoyed meeting an alien today. All right. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's clicking too much. Oh, the down button? Okay. Oh, because it was upside down. That would be why. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then the rest of I know we have like 5 or 6 minutes, so I will just get through this quickly, but I did want to explain for people who are not familiar with Greener Planet, share a little bit about us, why we're focusing on and AI, how AI can transform learning. It's the Nevada Future of Learning. That's your theme for this month. And then talk a little bit about why financial literacy. So our mission is by teaching people to plant and nurture gardens, we believe that we ignite the human spirit and transform the world. We fulfill our mission by running the largest and only STEMworks accredited school garden and hydroponics program in the United States. And you are all a big part in helping us make that happen. So as I said earlier, we work in 44 states, 5 countries, and over 1,300 schools, impacting over 500,000 students. So here, I just thought you might be interested in hearing, from the Clark County perspective. So we've partnered with them. Obviously, we started in Clark County. We have brought in over $20 million, built 188 outdoor gardens, and installed 250 hydroponics laboratories, and impact over 150,000 students annually. So a little bit about our program. So Greener Planet turns classrooms and gardens into living STEM labs where students can learn STEM, nutrition, and financial literacy by growing food. And we provide everything teachers need, from farmer classes and maintenance, the plug and grow hydroponics kits, to standards aligned lessons, hands-on training, and continuous support. We had an independent study carried out in the 22-23 school year by Dr. Justin Gardner from Reno. And he surveyed 3,000 students before they came into our programs, and then he surveyed them a year later. We have a white paper, which is on our website if you ever would like to read that. And essentially, the key highlights were that 93% of students showed an increase in academic achievement in STEM, 83% of students are more engaged and excited about STEM, 79% of students showed an increase in consumption of vegetables and fruit, and 66% of teachers using our programs perceived an improved school culture. And this goes back to what Tom was talking to earlier about experiential learning. That's how kids like learning, right? So they're engaged. That's the number one problem that teachers and principals say they have, keeping kids engaged and excited about school. And then just a quick update on our impact. We created a partnership with the University of Texas, Austin 3 years ago. And thanks to funding from the Engelstad Foundation, local foundation here in town, they have carried out the longitudinal study. So we will have the results. It's a 3-year study on the impact that our program is having across the country on students. It's the largest of its kind ever carried out, so we're going to be excited to share that with you next August. So our program has 3 pillars to it. We have content, community, and coaching. I'm just going to fly through this so I can get to the AI piece. But essentially, we have STEM curriculum, financial literacy, health and nutrition, social emotional learning, conservation, and we also have a high school hydro farm curriculum. The financial literacy you see there is K through 12. And the community piece is we have a portal, and on that portal, thousands of teachers come together every day. They access their lessons, the videos, but they also get to talk to each other. So it sort of almost looks like a Facebook feed. So you see teachers on there and they're saying, hey, this worked, this didn't work, all the things. So they really have a nice community where they support each other. And then, of course, our team, our coaches, do all kinds of webinars, from how to build an effective composting system at a school. We do cooking classes with a nutritionist, and they go out to, all across the country, including, like Tom referred to, the Alaska schools. And, one of the key things to that point, Tom, is that, the families there were telling us it was $22 recently for a cauliflower and $11 for a head of lettuce, which is crazy. And now all the kids in these villages, and they're all native villages, anywhere from like 200 to 400 people. You have to fly the food in, and they're now growing all the food thanks to the hydroponics. So it's really amazing. Okay, and then I mentioned the coaching. So we have all kinds of asynchronous and live online workshops and training. These are awesome coaches. That's Katie, Jacob, and Sam there. Okay, so you heard what Quasar said. He said the biggest problem facing schools today are that 53% of students are disengaged and 65% of teachers report burnout. So of course they don't have time to create exciting lessons for the kids, right? And so the first AI pilot that we did was actually not with Quasar, but with at Jan Jones Blackhurst. And we downloaded our STEM hydroponics curriculum into Dr. Splash and Bugsy's brain. The students interacted, and this is what happened.
All right, so quietly finding your seat and your notebook. You guys are doing so awesome. So we have a couple of special guests that are joining us for our lesson today. They're going to help us learn about hydroponics. They're going to introduce themselves. I'm going to let them give that intro.
So one of the biggest problems with education today is keeping students engaged in what we do. What I would love to see in our school is a platform that really engages students and keeps them engaged.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Splash, and I'm delighted to be here to teach you all about the fascinating world of hydroponics.
My turn. I'm Bugsy McHopper, and I'm number 14 out of 28 brothers and sisters. I absolutely love vegetables, maybe a little too much sometimes.
We're truly delighted to join your class of 3rd and 4th graders on this exciting journey into the world of hydroponics.
So today we are going to pick what we're going to grow, and you guys are going to have to ask Dr. Splash and Bugsy 3 hydroponic growing facts, and I want to see that you actually became an expert on your own as well as with your group. So part of the reason I'm doing it is if you look at a classroom, it really is, 20 to 30 individuals. They all have different needs. They all have different wants. They're getting different things from us, and at home, we don't have enough help.
My name is Kaylee, and I'm in 4th grade. I want to know what in the nutrient solution is there for growing hydroponics?
Hi, Kaylee. Great to meet you. The nutrient solution contains 3 main nutrients that plants need to grow.
The chatbot could hear me. I was amazed, actually. I'm like, how does he know? Hi, my name is Noah, and my question is, what does the air pump do in the wick system? Hi, my name is Ava, and I was wondering if hydroponics can be used to grow plants in space.
Dr. Splash, my name is Bodhi. I'm in 4th grade. And how long does it take to grow parsley?
Excellent question, Bodhi. I love how you're thinking about specific plants. In a hydroponic system, parsley typically takes about 3 to 4 weeks before you can start harvesting it.
That's like about 28 bunny hops worth of days.
I was very surprised because at first I didn't think a chatbot would be a good way to learn. Because when I asked Dr. Splash and Bugsy a question and they gave a detailed response, but when I asked the trustworthy site, which is Kittle, and in this case, the Kittle didn't even respond at all. Chatbots are way better in answering questions.
Hi, my name is Nicholas, and my question is, can you show me a picture of an ebb and flow system?
Ebb and flow, one of my favorite systems. It reminds me of the tides in my pond.
Ooh, is this the one that's like a plant elevator? Up and down, up and down.
That's actually a clever way to think about it, Bugsy.
Oh yeah, it was really fun and very helpful because when you have questions that you don't really know the answer to, you can ask it. And sometimes the teacher is busy and it's nice to have an AI to ask the question.
Mrs. Payne, would you like us to explore another topic with the class?
As a teacher, I have a 50-minute block, and students always have a ton of questions. So I can spend the whole time talking to the students, and then we don't plant, and that's not fun. So we're going to plant one at a time. I was able to work individually with students to get everything planted and the hydroponic system set up, and that kind of just makes our queue go faster, keeps the learners engaged, and it helps us get everything done in a more timely manner.
Now, class, remember how we took this quiz at the beginning? Let's see how much you've learned during today's lesson.
Ooh, this is like before and after pictures, but with our brains.
Showdown. All right.
Dr. Splash. 12 of our 14 got the answer correct here. Can we move on to our last question, please?
I would like all my classes to have Dr. Splash and Bugsy in them. Can grapes stay in a certain hydroponic system since their leaves are so big? Because you get more engaged into it in a way that makes you want to listen more, and it's just overall a really fun way to learn.
Oh, what a lovely garden you have here.
What is a composter?
I think the pilot class with Dr. Splash and Bugsy was amazing for our students because right now you look at where are we headed and AI is it. And if we're not starting in elementary school, our students aren't going to be ready for those careers. Or even as they get into high school, they're not going to be prepared for what high schools need to do for college.
My name's Peyton, and my plant at the base of it has some fuzzy stuff. What do you think that could be?
I can see this type of AI working in the classroom, including specials, music, library, PE. I think it keeps students engaged and gives them an alternative to just having conversations with their teacher or their peers. They had such a great time. Very engaging.
After all our learning today, I bet everyone's an expert on plant parts now.
So we're very proud of that work and the team who made it all happen. Mitch is one of the team members, but we have a team of 26 people who've been behind the scenes working on all of that. And it's the first pilot of its kind in the country, actually, that was carried out. So we're very proud of that. So now you're probably wondering what's next. Oh, so yeah, sorry, I forgot. We surveyed students and teachers and the principal before and after. So it was an informal study. And 93% of students said they enjoyed learning science from Dr. Splash and Bugsy. 85% want to learn from AI teaching assistants again, and 100% found them, Dr. Splash and Bugsy, helpful in learning science and hydroponics. We were endorsed by Superintendent Ebert. She actually gave in her 40-minute presentation, she spent 8 minutes talking about Dr. Splash and Bugsy back in August. So she's very excited about them. And so that's why she's bringing in, I talked about why we're doing financial literacy, and yes, how we built the curriculum. And the next steps is we're doing a bigger pilot. But I just wanted to say one thing, and that is that thanks to Gard Jameson, we have a partnership with Just Horizons out of Boston University, and they're the cutting edge in ethics and safety around AI. And they are actually going to be working alongside us to make sure what we do is very safe in classrooms. And thank you. Thank you.
You're probably going to have a number of questions for Kira, so I understand you've got a little time to stay after to discuss it with her. And I mean, think of how this meeting started with the opportunity for us to hear from Alistair and how he's gone through his life of learning and the road ahead for the kids in this valley and throughout the United States now because of the great work of Green Our Planet. There's a great, hopeful future ahead in learning, and it's wonderful that we have access to the technology we have, but also access to dreamers and visionaries like Kira and her partner and all those who are working at Green Our Planet. So thank you, Kira. Thank you. We, because of the number of times we have you come and speak, you're going to have a whole library of our centennial books celebrating our 100th anniversary. And we have also made a donation in your name to the Just One Project.
Oh, our partner. We love the Just One Project.
Exactly. And just want to thank you again for this remarkable presentation. Questions, come up and go for it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
What? Got another one? Meeting adjourned. It takes a much more recent past president than me to be closing out the meeting. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to post the video as well as the live stream on our YouTube channel. If anybody wants to catch up on the slides, they can do so after the meeting.
Disconnected.